Ladies and gentlemen, what a time to be alive. You join me in a very, very hot and sunny Cape Town to actually do a review on this, the Renault Kiger, a car that I have a love-hate relationship with for the mere fact that I've had good experience with it and I've also had a bad experience with it. So I think without further ado, let's get into the review. Now, this is the key that your Renault Kiger will come with. It does also allow for functionality of keyless entry, and as you walk towards the car actually unlocks itself. And we're unlocked. And then once you walk away from the car, it'll actually lock itself again. I'll hold this backwards so you guys can see. No better place to start than the outside of the car. So this is going to be the Kiger with the turbo and the CVT gearbox in it, with a 16-inch rim. So this is going to be the top of the line. I'm not sure what the name is, but I will put it down on the screen somewhere. Very, very nice. And you can't really see it over here because it is a black and navy car, but it does have turbo written over there just to showcase that this is the turbo variant. On the lower spec models, you will also get hubcaps, but on this higher spec model, you get the 16-inch alloy rims with a diamond cut finish. Super, super nice as well. And I love the fact that you also do get red brake calipers just for a little bit of sportiness. And for those with a keen eye for detail, you will also know that this car does have a little silhouette over here of two tigers and the car itself, where the name comes from, Kiger. And because this is a mini SUV, you do also get roof rack. No sunroof, unfortunately, but I love the fact that you are able to hold up to 50 kilograms of weight on top of the car, as well as this little boot lip spoiler type thing. Makes it a little quirky. Boot capacity comes in at 405 liters. And here is my bag just for reference of how big the boot is. Very, very nice, spacious and deep boot. The only thing I'd be worried about is just this load lip cover over here. Might make it a little bit challenging to actually get some stuff on the inside. Ample space on the inside here. And if I remove my bag, you do also have this false floor. Another false floor, you do have your spare wheel over there. The seats can also fold in a 40-60 split, but you have to then fold them from the inside using either that lever or that one over there. To get into the back, rear occupants will be very, very happy with the Kiger. This is in my driving position, and as you can see, plenty of legroom. You do also have your air vents over there with a nice charging socket over there. You do also get this lovely leather and fabric combination at the back here for the seats, and I must say I am super, super happy with how much headroom and space there is over here. The interior of this car is super, super nice. I will say that for a car of this price point, I love the interior. I love the use of the two-tone fabric as well as the leather, and also reminds me of the dragon from House of Dragons by the name of Vermithor, which the owner of this car has named it. Moving into the front, you are greeted by this lovely interior. A full digital screen over there, as well as your navigation system, which will also go hand in hand with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. But I've noticed that if you use your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay wirelessly, it does glitch a little bit. However, that can all be remedied with a cable that you can just plug over there. The steering wheel is also very, very nice, wrapped in this leatherette, and I love the size of it. Feels really, really good in the hand. Also accompanied by that beautiful dash, and I'll show you a little bit more of its features once the car is on. You do also get lovely buttons. Thank you, Renault, for keeping the buttons in there. Of course, you have your demister, you have your hazards, your lock, which actually makes a loud clanging noise when you actually lock and unlock the car, and then you have your traction control over there, and you also have these swivels for your temperature controls. Once you turn the ignition on and everything comes to life, you get to see that beautiful dashboard. You can also change your different driving modes. So we have Eco, we have Sport, and then we also do have just your ordinary normal mode. Climate controls are over here. So you do have them to turn on and off, and then it does also showcase the different temperatures that you can also achieve, where it is that you'd like to be put. And again, thank you to Renault for keeping actual buttons in the car. You do also have ample compartments and storage space inside the car. First one being there, and the second one being there. One thing that I will mention is the fact that this car does not come with cup holders anywhere in the car, and that is an optional extra. So that is something that you just have to keep in mind when you go to the dealership, that you have to ask them for the cup holders. I'm not sure how much it is that they cost, but I think that a car like this in today's day and age needs to have cup holders regardless. Powering the Renault Kiger is going to be a 1-litre turbocharged engine that puts out 74 kilowatts and 160 newton meters. However, those power figures are only in the turbo variant. The non-turbo variants will only come out with 55 kilowatts, so you just have to make sure that you do get the turbo variant. So you do get a 5-speed manual, you do get a 5-speed AMT gearbox, which is one that I will go into a little bit further detail as to why I'm not a fan of, and then you also get this CVT gearbox over here. Now, when it comes to the Renault Kiger and the Nissan Magnite, we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fact that they have been on forums being known as cars that are not very reliable. There is one more elephant in the room, and that is the fact that this channel is so close to 1,000 subscribers. I would appreciate if you guys would just subscribe, like, comment, tell me why it is that you think that the Renault Kiger is a good car. If you're a fan of it, tell me why you're not a fan of it. First thing that I need to address is the fact that the AMT version of this car is absolute garbage. You feel each and every shift. Not only do you feel each and every shift, but 2 months after the owner had that car, it needed to go back to the dealership. The owner of that AMT variant that I drove had that car for 2 months, and that car is now in the dealership and has been waiting for a part from France, which is going to take 6 weeks. So if there's a gearbox option that I recommend that you go for, I recommend that you go for either the CVT or just the normal manual transmission. The CVT is great when you want to just bumble around town like this, but it's not going to be great, and it revs very, very loudly if you're going to be thinking that you're going to be a street Michael Schumacher. The ride comfort of this car at this price point is incredible. I would expect it to have, a little bit of bouncing up and down, or for it to be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's actually really, really great. Around corners, I haven't taken it around corners in a spirited way. That's one thing I'm not going to do because it is not mine. However, I can say comfortably, and sitting here comfortably, that this car is actually very, very good. At the price point, I think that this car is a great little gateway into owning your first SUV, if I can put it that way, because this car is a little bit bigger than the Polo, or if you were to go for an equivalent Renault Clio, it is slightly higher. The raised ride height does make it look like a little SUV. One thing that I cannot shake though is the fact that it has a reputation of unreliability. After reading through all the forums, it seems like the only cars that do come back with a little bit of backlash are going to be those AMT variants. No one has come back saying that the CVT or anything has gone left in that, but this car does have little things where you know, like the Apple CarPlay or the Android Auto freezes when the car gets too hot. But I mean, like I said, that's only if you use it wirelessly. But what I've been doing is just using it with a cable, and I've had no fault with that at all. Now, would I recommend the Renault Kiger? Wholeheartedly, yes. Great car, but you need to just stick to that CVT gearbox. That's the best variant that it comes with. Get yourself the turbo. You do actually feel, yes, I know 19 kilowatts between the two cars doesn't sound like much, but you do actually feel a little bit of a difference. My final verdict is this. The pros are the car is very, very well priced. The car also does do a lot for the amount of money that it comes at, as well as the technology and the features that you get in this car are incredible. The cons, just watch out for that AMT gearbox. Sometimes the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto doesn't work, and I find that the service that we've been getting from Renault hasn't been 100% to the standard that I would like it to be. As I come to the end of this review, it's been one of those bittersweet reviews for me, because I truly do like this car, but I cannot ignore the problems that people have been facing with this car. So, do I recommend it? Yes. But also know that once you walk into the dealership, that these are the problems that you might walk into, or these are the problems that you might face. So this goes for the Nissan Magnite as well as the Renault Kiger, because they are built on the same platform. From my side, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope that you guys truly did enjoy this video. We are close to 1,000 subscribers, so let's give it one final push and actually let's get there. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.